Formulas that calm the spirit. Swan Sauren Tongue, sour jujube decoction. Swan Sauren, 12 to 18 grams. Fuling, 6 grams. Jimu, 6 grams. Chuan Shung, 6 grams. Gunsao, 3 grams. Nourishes the blood, calms the spirit, clears heat, and eliminates irritability. The indications are irritability, inability to sleep, heart palpitations, night sweats, dizziness, vertigo, dry throat and mouth, dry tongue, and the pulse is wiry or thin and rapid. This formula can also treat two patterns. Number 1, shu lao or deficiency overwork, and 2, shu fan, deficiency irritability. Deficiency irritability is a sensation of irritability without heat on the surface of the body. Other symptoms are lightheadedness, pain in the head and eyes, dryness of the mouth and throat without thirst, and insomnia with a clear mind while lying in bed. Deficiency overwork comes from liver deficiency and combined with blood deficiency, constraint, and then internal fire. And the symptoms are worse insomnia than simple insomnia, and inability to fall asleep and waking up early, and accompanied by heart palpitations. Use this formula for the following Western medical illnesses: insomnia, hypersomnia, sleepwalking, exhaustion, tachycardia, hypertension, perimenopausal syndrome, general anxiety disorder, depression, schizophrenia, and also trigeminal neuralgia, migraines, and angina pectoris. This formula has been used for chronic hepatitis. Some modifications: deficiency of heart and gallbladder qi, add dangshin and longu. For more night sweats, add muli and wu weizi. For pronounced irritability and heat, add jishi and lianchao. For severe fire from deficiency, remove chuansheng and add muhanlian and nuzhenzi and baishao. For dizziness due to phlegm damp, add bansha and zhuru. For more qi deficiency, add renshen and maimendong and wu weizi. For insomnia and accompanied with pain, add xiaoyao and dangui. Huanglian Erjiao Tongue, coptis and acai gelatin decoction. All ingredients: Huanglian 12 grams, Huangqin 6 grams, Erjiao 9 grams, Xiaoyao 6 grams, Jitsi Huang, which is egg yolk, 2 yolks. Enriches the yin, causes fire to descend, eliminates irritability, and calms the spirit. Indications are irritability with a sensation of heat in the chest, insomnia, palpitations with anxiety, a red tongue with a dry yellow coating, and pulse is thin and rapid, possible sores or ulcers on the tongue or in the mouth. There will also be secondary signs and symptoms of blood deficiency and inefficiency. And also there will be symptoms of empty, fire. The skin may be dry and flaky or chafing, and there will be redness of the face. There may be bleeding or a tendency to bleed, indicating the heat, stirring the blood to move recklessly. Some Western medical indications for this formula is recuperating stage of infectious disease, erectile dysfunction, hypertension, nervous exhaustion, and also for any dysfunction of the autonomic nervous system. And some symptoms of the dysfunction of the autonomic nervous system could be tachycardia or bradycardia or chest pain or dangerously low blood pressure, excessive fatigue or exercise intolerance, dizziness and fainting, gastrointestinal problems, nausea and insomnia, shortness of breath and anxiety, frequent urination, convulsions, cognitive impairment, visual blurring or tunneling, and migraines. Some modifications are for severe yin deficiency, add Xuanshen and Maimendong and Shi Hu. For 5-center heat, add Ji Shi and Danju Ye. For purpura or bleeding of the gums, add Nuzhen Ci or Mo Han Lian or Mudan Pi or Shengdi Huang. For dysentery with abdominal pain and pus and blood in the stool, remove the egg yolk. Gan Mai Da Cao Tang, licorice, wheat, and jujube decoction. Gun Sao, 9 grams. Xiao Mai, 9 to 15 grams. Da Cao, 10 pieces. Nourishes the heart, calms the spirit, harmonizes the middle burner, and relaxes hypertonicity. Indications are disorientation, frequent attacks of crying, inability to control oneself, restless sleep, sometimes night sweating, yawning. Behavior and speech is abnormal. Restless organ disorder. Excessive worry, excessive anxiety, or pensiveness. Also for patients who have suffered a recent blood loss, such as recently giving birth. Some Western medical illnesses where you can apply this formula is general anxiety disorder, hysteria, schizophrenia, epilepsy, night terrors in children, ADHD, sleepwalking, nervous exhaustion, spasmodic disorder including spasmodic coughs, Parkinson's disease, gastric spasms and spasms of the extremities, migraines, disorders of the heart such as sinus tachycardia or ectopic heartbeats. Can also be used after giving birth and for treating premenstrual tension and for perimenopausal syndrome. Some modifications are for irritability with a sensation of heat in the chest, add Bai He and Bai Tzi Ren. For insomnia with a thin and wiry pulse, add Zhuan Cao Ren. For constipation, add Hei Ji Ma and He Shu Wu. For enuresis, add Sang Piao Xiao and Yi Ji Ren. For palpitations and shortness of breath and loss of appetite, with a swollen tooth-marked tongue and a thin, frail pulse, combine it with Gui Pi Tong. For the sinus arrhythmia, add Dangshen and Zi Shi Ying. For schizophrenia, add Guiji, Long Gu, and Mu Li.